So hello and welcome to episode 27 of Nightmare Down Under, the GearCity Let's Play, where we play Down Under in Australia on Nightmare difficulty. We started in 1900, now it is October 1957. In 2 months' time we'll have the components for our new short wheelbase platform, which will be longer than the previous short wheelbase and almost as long as the previous medium wheelbase, since the car body seemed to be larger. And also in 11 months we'll have an updated Melbourne factory. On the matter of factories, we still have some additional production capacity in Brisbane that we're not using at all, and we have 7 lines available in Sydney and 1 in Melbourne. So the question is, of course, Brisbane that we just had opened and then immediately moved the production of our new sports car, the Thylacine, back to Sydney due to some competition. That's the question, shouldn't we close Brisbane right away? But I think no. Because A, the competition may change. So this was one company that has actually bought Hopesy, and now it's not Hopesy but Kaya Lily, and they have all sorts of stuff. And I would expect that they at least streamline the offering in the future. And the other thing is we are at the worst point of our overall product life cycle, so to speak. So we're just starting with the platform that we started with after the war. So now our models are about the oldest that they can be, and everything now will be revamped. So all things equal, we will need more production capacity simply because our models are going to be newer. And I think also the market will further rise. So let's keep Brisbane where it is. It doesn't cost that much. So I think it costs something like 250 or so per less 181 per month. So that's certainly something we have when we have 5.6 million per month cash flow without taxes. So I think that's fine. So, and our sports car actually sells reasonably well. I think it is very much in demand, as the body type shows. So it's the fourth highest. So actually more than the 2+2. But of course, one factor is we have competition, and the other factor is it's still a bit of a niche car compared to the 2+2. So that's why we're not selling that much. And actually, at the moment, we are selling off reserves. Did I reduce the production last time around of stuff? Yes, 2000 Kangaroo LX. So that makes sense. Okay, then we're looking advancing, and then we'll start working on our new compact, which will almost be as large as the current sedan that we have. Okay, so we have a few missed sales for the new Emu that we gave a quick makeover, so that worked extremely well. So let's check things out while we're adjusting other things. So flatbacks 1200. 1.5 Kangaroo A. 1454 is fine. Few less wombats. I'm making those in Melbourne. Alex is fine. Dingo is just selling off, and I'm not going to do anything anymore except that we reduce our reserves. 2,400 Grand Kangaroos. Wallaroo is fine. 3,700 emus. And sports car is fine, so let's check the change in sales. So the old one was 943 and the new one is 1094. So that's, I think, a nice sign of the new positioning. It's already in the green in terms of project profits, so that worked. And next month we're going to get our new set of components for the compact car. So lots of stuff happened, and if you read things, okay, research cost overrun, yeah, that doesn't matter. New contract requests, nothing for us. We can check whether there's some army stuff for us if they want our pickups. We have a couple of best of, so that's nice to see. New racing series, UK rally, UK touring. Still waiting for something happen in our realm, where we have markets we're actually active, and a couple new competition. So EMU can have even more, so that's actually stable. So that we have some reserves. Tons of Wallaroos were sold, so 4,200. Not quite as much, that's fine. Grand Kangaroo is good, Dingo is good, Kangaroo LX is good. Few less Wombats. There are plenty of reserves for that one, and we're going to sunset it reasonably soon. Okay, then let's start designing. Compact. So new chassis, 2.3 meters, almost as long as our medium-sized platform. 1.1 liter with 44 horsepower. And the gearbox just tailored for the compact. So let's see, do we have a couple new car bodies? So that's the old 2+2 coupe. So half of this I would say isn't really compact. This could be sort of compact, but this I suspect is going to be the new 2+2. Or this, although this is a bit longer. This is just very low. And compact should have 3 doors, that's also more of a coupe style. That's not very compact, is it? So this looks compact. Or this. These are probably identical, right? 606. Yes. Okay, so the tines. That's compact. Is this compact? Could also be compact. 621 doesn't really change a thing. Who has better aero? Top speed 116. 113. So you could say this is compact, despite being longer. This has 4 doors. This is not a compact. 560, that's very low. So that's more the... So the Evrotaz could be something. That's not that compact here. It's more like the coupe version. So this is all too large, way too large. It could be another of those. It says coupe. Yeah. And this is more of the future sedan stuff. How large would that be? More than 625, since I think cargo space takes into account the wheelbase. So yeah, then let's use this as the compact. Hang on. Of course, what we're doing is a new generation of Wombats. So the flatback, if it gets competition, they are the next one in line for a quick overhaul. So that's the old compact body, and Tynes is the new compact body. I think it was pretty good, so we don't really need to change a thing. The material costs are pretty high. So we can, but the rating is also excellent, so we can actually cut back on stuff. So maybe less utility. Yeah, utility focus doesn't do that much actually. Safety, they don't mind either. So 42. Okay, I increase safety and I get less safety. That's interesting. At least in terms of overall rating. A little bit of performance. I think reliability is one thing that's worth investing in. Okay, at least we are below 1,000. Everything else is low anyway. Some more interior quality. Nope. Maybe some more interior quality. Coating quality. Manufacturing techniques. We have overall 42, specific 42, 52. Yeah, 53 is a bit away. So development time, 2.8 million, so cars are getting much more expensive to develop. So 15 months, 2 million. 14 months, 2.3 million. So 2 million, 2.3 million, 13 months, 3 million. 16 months, 1.7 million. So how urgent is it? So let's have a look. View. Vehicles. So it's probably the only thing on this platform. So the next thing is the Kangaroo. No, is the Grand Kangaroo, and there we need to know what the platform is, not the car. So the long wheelbase platform is on 1948, so we'll get penalties from 1962, 63. That's 10 months plus 16 months for car and development, so a bit over 2 years. So we should start developing the new long wheelbase stuff in 1960. So we have some time. So we can actually say 16 months is okay. And just save a little bit here on car development since there is nothing really urgent. And middle class I think here is also fine. It's on the lower range. And yeah, just below 1,000, that's nice. So in the end, we'll get a car with top speed of 113 and a fuel consumption of 7.2 liters. I think that's fair enough for the time. And so that's our compact. So that's the Wombat B. And it's finished in 1959. So at the start of 1960, we'll then have our new long wheelbase platform, and then we can start developing our long wheelbase cars. Maybe go to 15 months, because the other cars will also take a bit longer now, and it's not that much more. So yeah, this is below 2 million. I think there's a good target. And there's a specific rating is going to be fantastic, above 50. Okay, so research is still happening. So no more upcoming gearbox research, so now it's simply being able to make better gearboxes. There is still something in terms of engines, but nothing I'm truly after. And our chassis skills still increase anyway. How good was the last chassis? 63. Okay, so that's still some way to go. Okay, otherwise, not much for us to do to advance. And wait for the compact to finish and wait for more competition to arrive. Decreased demand in North America, we don't mind. Okay, Emu builds up some reserves. Wallaroos 235, that sounds like competition. So let's check the 2+2 market. Rest is great, so 2+2. There is the burnt old tawny, but it's not really selling. So maybe it's just getting a bit older. Or just a normal sales slump. So Emu 1 more month and can reduce production a little bit. Yeah, Wallaroos it's down, so 3.7. Come on. Less dingoes. Yeah, that's probably dingo is probably on its way out, but anyway. As long as they're selling to me, they're not selling to anyone else. That works. A few less kangaroo A's. And a few less flatbacks. I could give the flatback a makeover. Maybe that's something I should do. There's now the SUV, okay. Couple new bodies, also for compacts, the Dweller and the Magnet. Should we have waited 2 more months? So we should simply find new bodies in the list. Just going through quickly. This one, that's more a hatchback than the compact. That's 1 new, and there were 2 new. So far I haven't seen anything. This was thing also before. So that's the same. Hatchback, not compact really. And this one, which is I think also more hatchback-ish. Okay, so nothing truly lost. Yeah, flatback gets quick makeover because its scores are slowly dropping, and probably next are going to be the 2 kangaroos. So probably, yeah, I'm not going to overhaul these things anymore. Same body, just a quick update. Material cost 678 and 809, so cheaper is better. So we can make it, can improve it. If that, yeah, so 40 in terms of specific. And that's through cargo and dependability handling. 723. Probably not really worth it. And 5 months is okay. It's not that expensive here, so some more. Yeah, okay. 717, 5 months. Interior quality doesn't do anything. So flatback A, 5 months, new generation. So what we can check is the offerings by Cavallili, whether this has changed anything since they have overtaken Hopesy, and how sales have developed in general last year. So here, everything looks great. Emu sales are actually picking up. Some more Wallaroos again. So that was really just a irregular dip. More Grand Kangaroos. Slowly selling it off. Two 4 Wombats. And 900 flatbacks. I can start sunsetting that one. So, how did sales go? Anything in the top 50 last year? The Wallaroo and the Wombat are compact car. That's interesting. Nice. So the old Emu is in the all-time sales, about 350,000. So that's top of second page. Think again. Nice. Company directory. So how is Cavallili there? Cavallili, sorry. Cavallili, yeah, they have bought Hopesy and their marks for bought 550,000. So it will be interesting how they will be doing next time around. So we had burnt oil, which is sort of hanging in there. We are 265,000 with a nice profit. And we have Michigan Motors, who are losing money, but they have some nice sales. So if we sort by sales, so first company almost to break 1 million sales a year, and then we have all these big consolidated companies with a lot of marks. So generic cars is the biggest sort of independent with only 1 mark, and we are still on the first page. So those who are making profits are making nice profits. We are on the first page in terms of profits. That's great. And who is... Okay, so we have a couple new candidates for the death row. So hardly any cash and some nice losses. They've bought marks, so that could not work, and so there will be more consolidation overall. But in the end, we are just doing very nicely indeed. Then let's have a quick look. Ah, they still bought the Wombat A. We put out for licensing. So let's see what Carrier Lily is offering. So coupes, luxury sedan, they have a sports car, roadsters, fastback sedan. What's the sedan marking looking like? Not too crowded actually. And we are of course nicely in there. Their sedan is terribly expensive and not that good. So what's actually selling in Sydney? Sedans, full-sized, 2+2s. That's the compact. Compact is selling well, and coupe utility. And sports car, yeah, it's not the best seller. Pickup truck sells better. And then lots of small stuff down here that we can have a look at. If we remove all of these, so sports car, pickup truck, roadster is a little bit of interest, a bit of a dip in vans. So van could be something to look at if we really wanted to in terms of sales volume. All right, so that was interesting. Kaya Lily. Wonder what that's or what that should be, because they all have similar names to real companies, but I can't think of anything with a similar name. Bizzarini maybe. So we're sunsetting the flatback, which we're going to get in 3. Can emu 37. The others look fine. Yes. 5 million cash flow despite redesigning a factory, so works for me. Two 6 Wallaroos. Two 4 Grand Kangaroos. Okay. Pick up in 2, so next month we can sunset our current flatback. New contract, Adelaide rental service. So let's have a look. And 300 flatbacks. 35 emu. Rest is great. So what do the Adelaide guys want? A compact van. Whatever that is. Yeah, so that's for our next large-scale model. They want something like 200 Newton meters of torque, so that we can have some army contracts on the side for our pickup truck. Research complete. All sold. Almost perfect. Here everything less Kangaroo LXs. So no flatback of the old variety. Yeah, after 7 years I think we can have a new pickup truck. 1,200. 1,300. And let's put it on sale. For it's cheaper. So we can have something with the same price for less, or even less. How are our unit costs? Yeah, they increase, I think, because the wages are also increasing. So, and production. So next oldest car is the Wombat, but that's something that will be re-engineered anyway. Can think about reworking our Kangaroos, but at the moment they're doing just fine. How much would we save though, in terms of material cost? 882, and this was 97, so $100 per unit. Yeah, at some point. That's what does the press think about our new pickup? Several months ago I thought to myself, Australis should make a pickup that's better than the Y2172, and so they got their hands on the latest Flatback A and gave it a test spin. And it's sluggish for a pickup truck, it does what it has to. So that's another useful information. So 80 horsepower are okay, but more would be welcome. And acceleration is good. Engine lacks significant power, so more torque, but we already knew that. So something like 200 is a target. Handling isn't the best. Interior is drab and non-existent, devoid of form and functionality. There is nothing there. A lot of space. Above average in terms of quality. Very good in terms of reliability. Fuel economy isn't good. Safety is relatively good, so they really like the Flatback and hope our customers do as well. We get our new Melbourne factory in 2. No missed sales. So perfect estimation. I'll simply let things go as they are. Everything else is almost pitch perfect. So next month, new factory. And then we should have plenty of production capacity, spare production capacity. I wonder whether we can thinking of expanding beyond Australia, since we have the extra capacity now and a good model lineup, and we can make stuff reasonably cheaply, so we can deal with some extra transportation costs. So 7 lines in Melbourne, 3.6. That's actually not that much of a difference. Wombats 3.4. The poor dingo. I think I can move the... Nah, it doesn't matter. Let's leave it here. So let's look at the map. Is there something reasonably close by where we could sell something? So Jakarta has 3.2 million, but a per capita of 115, whereas we have a per capita of 2,600, so that's the income. Singapore is still called British Straits, so they India has gotten independence, but they all have very low per capita, so we can see what they're actually selling. So what is selling? Sedans are selling 117. Yeah, and that's local production. Heiho, I think, is Japanese. So that's the sort of downside of Australia. If everything is pretty far away, Manila has at least a bit of a higher per capita, but there's plenty of competition. So sedans and subcompacts are selling. Any meaningful number? Yeah, and that's certainly not a market where we really need to join. China exists. So they have sedans, but also in the 200 ballpark. So the short answer, I think, is no. Bangkok, 165 per capita. They like sedans, 2? 12, no. So short answer, no. Japanese market doesn't look too bad. Let's see how crowded it actually is. So Tokyo, maybe? If I knew what Tokyo is. Here. 6.3 million. It's not too crowded, actually. They like subcompacts, but also sedans, microcars, and compacts. So let's check compacts and sedans. That could be an idea that we say, let's try the Japanese. Saying they're exporting probably is pretty expensive. So compact and sedan. Compact has a nice market. Microcar, that would be, I think, a nice market too. So let's say once we have the compact car, we open a branch in Tokyo and see what happens, and maybe just a futile experiment. So your flatback is slowly building up reserves. Kangaroo is selling off reserves. Car. What's the unit costs? Yeah, around 300. Again, doesn't look like I need to adjust anything, so everything is very stable at the moment. Compact car in 4. Already end of the year. Didn't feel like it. Okay, Wombat has dropped in sales, but that doesn't actually matter, except that we need to sunset it. So 700 Wombats. Or 900. Is that age, or is that competition? Rest is fine. Maybe a few less kangaroos and flatbacks. Flatbacks are fine. So compact. The Ben Lee Joyful. Who's Ben Lee? Someone else bought a mark. Well, that's actually pretty good. So we can put this on clearance sale. Who's Ben Lee? New competition. Somewhere everywhere in the world, but not here. Racing series in Finland. Couple best cars. Best pickup truck in the entire world. So let's license it out, and see whether it matches any contracts. Nope. So the flat back for, let's make it 52 royalties. Good thing we have a new compact coming very soon. Ben Lee, who's that? No, it's not. It's Apson? Belt? Yeah, Belt has bought Ben Lee. Ben Lee Joyful. And it's a new compact car. Congratulations, Belt. It's offered but not sold. Okay, so the setup bounced back, but they better do. At least a little bit bounce back. Okay, my Dingo has... Yeah, I can stop Dingo production. And we're selling it off for 7 more months. So that was the microcar experiment. And can make maybe 1 line more wombats. Two months, so next month I have to sunset the wombat. Then I can already start on the large platform. So many things are great. Less Kangaroo A's, less Wallaroos. Yeah, that's going to be fine. Sedan has dropped, so let's check that. 700 Kangaroo A's. And 2,200 Grand Kangaroo A's. I think that's what I wanted to adjust. Kangaroo LX. That one is doing well. So I guess the Kangaroo A, yeah, they can need a makeover. They are at their half-life anyway, since they are only come after we revamped our full-sized offerings. So Wombats, yeah, I can stop production of the Wombat now. And that's called then. So I only have the Wallaroo in Melbourne. So I can actually probably move everything to. Nah, maybe not. Let's see how many Wombats we're actually selling. So we have lots of overcapacity now at the moment. Yearly sales, let's check stats. Couple new car bodies available. So all-time sales. The old Emu is still in there. Top 12 vehicle sales. Wallaroo, the new Emu is also in there, both same place, probably second page. Yeah, somewhere next to the top. Company directory, always interesting. Who's making big losses? Whoa, Apson. I wonder what that is, whether they are going to be dead. Or this is something else. Belt just bought a mark, Ben Lee. Michigan Motors, where they have plenty of cash. They might have just also bought a mark. Who doesn't have cash left? Okay, they're dead. They're probably dead. And yeah, so here are a few more going to say farewell. So, compact car next turn. What's our pension fund doing? It's growing, 21 million, so that's has a good size now. And so yeah, I wanted to check the sedan market and check the Kangaroo, whether we need and should give it a makeover. Here is nothing new. So it's just a normal, it's a general dip in everything. But I think it still is useful time to put our second small team on, giving the kangaroo a facelift. Nothing has to change. Should we modify things? I think no, that's hardly any difference in terms of chassis. Engine. So it's the 1.4 liter. I think we have modified that actually. So 60, yeah, that's definitely worth doing. Question is, yes, so significant is fine. And gearbox, that's the 1.4 liter. And the other one is the automatic. Can probably think whether the new gearbox will actually fit as well to the MR5. That's for the 1.1 liter, so let's just rename it. Well, this would also fit here, because otherwise this is probably also not really worth doing in terms of improvement. Okay. So new kangaroo, and they get both engines. Let's start with this, 43. So I can't really increase reliability performance. So if I go performance to the middle, then it's 44. And the rating is 122 and 7.5. New gearbox. 120 and 7.1, that's better. And so here they are on 44, but they're better fuel consumption. So 44 versus, didn't remember, 43. Yeah, so the new gearbox is actually better, so that works. So Kangaroo A gets the new 1.1 gearbox. It also works for this 1.4. Some less fuel economy, some better fuel economy. Otherwise, can I get some more reliability? Cargo focus. 44, 41, 45, yeah. Safety. Nothing easily. Reliability is excellent. And I leave performance for the 2.3 LX model. And this doesn't do anything either. 940. The old one was 964. I think the new gearbox is more expensive, but that's okay. 120 top speed, 7.1 liters. Bit lower in top speed, but better fuel economy. I think that's what they want. So let's do it in 5 months. And another trim. So that's the 1.4 L. So now I'm giving everyone who gets the trim the displacement and the trim level. I'm also having the 2.3 liter with the 2.3 liter gearbox, probably, because that one has an overdrive, or the new performance gearbox. No, this one gets the automatic. It had the automatic, right? Let's check for gearboxes. Yes. This one gets the automatic. So again, same body, some more performance, 43, some more utility, some more reliability, 44, some more safety, some more quality, 45, perfect. And maybe some general luxury and technology and some less of the other stuff. So some less cargo. Can I get more dependability? No, I can't get more dependability anyway. So here I'm at the limit. So here we have 134 top speed and 8.1 fuel consumption. That's good. And here I am at the limit, so 920, so about the same costs, I think, because the gearbox is cheaper to make. And here I'm also at the limit. Alright. So that's the other Kangaroo A. And next month, compact car. All old wombats are gone. Great. And I'm reducing inventory a little bit. Last month for the microcar. Increased demand for pickup truck in Australia. Okay, thank you. I'm making enough of them anyway. So our new Wombat is finished. So I can put it on sale. It has to be a bit more expensive, since unit costs are rather high. How good is it? It's better than the Bentley Joyful. So the Bentley Joyful is actually reasonably competitive. We are just a little bit better. And we put it into production, so probably a few more than we had before. So this was 1.4, so 1.8. Wombat B. Something like this. So the only thing we have in Melbourne is the Wallaroo, but I can't squeeze it in here. I could... How many lines do we have for our Wombat B4? So I put it back to Brisbane because it has unique components. So then into Melbourne it has unique components. So there's no benefit in having it share anything else. So something like this. End production of the old one. So the two Kangaroos. Yeah, so then we're actually pretty new in terms of our lineup. So the two Kangaroos are also going to vanish because we're just overhauling them. The Dingo is out of production. No one wants it. And then the next oldest thing is the full-size sedan, which is then next on the list. So the next last chassis, the large wheelbase, is from 1948. So yeah, we have now two sedans in the works, but I'm still going to now start a new platform. Now we can give our teams, to keep a little bit of realism, 1 extra month before we start, that they work on the sedan, and then we start on the new platform. What does the press think of the new Wombat B? So we now released a new compact car. We've been waiting to see it in person and to make our opinions known. It was scared. It's built for performance. We cut no corners when designing for speed. 44 horsepower, is a rocket to top speed of 113, and it does so in an impressive 41 seconds, 0 to 100. And they also like the torque. So the engine, yeah, almost over-engineered. While it's no race car above average cornering abilities, It's basic transportation. It's a tight squeeze for most people. But the build quality is wonderful, very reliable, and also very impressive with fuel economy. So the engine seems to be really awesome. They love the power and they love the fuel economy. And they also love safety, so this seems to be really, really good. Let's see what the customers think. Oh yes, we can actually make some more. So 2,400. Destruction in Hanoi. Oh no, that's what is that? It's a bit early for the Vietnam War. Have to brush up on my history, I guess. So some more wombats. So that's a good sign. We have spare production capacity, so we can actually make some marketing. So let's put out some more newspaper ads, a couple more billboards, for magazine presence, some more radio spots. Let's sponsor another event. So that should also make a difference. We can also recondition things so that we sell even more. So Melbourne production hasn't really been affected too much. So Sydney probably has. And I can simply make a few more of everything. So now our task is the new platform, long wheelbase platform. So chassis, and it will be longer, so 2.9 meters. So we have 2.4 as the compact, 2.9 will be the large, and 2.6 the medium. So redesign, because it's fine. Just make it a bit longer, a bit wider. So they like a bit of extra strength maybe. Well, engine will fit anyway. I wonder whether we should actually keep the ladder frame, because this gets both the cube utility and the pickup. So we keep our full-size sedan then also on the ladder frame. I think that's okay. Yeah, performance doesn't matter at all. Comfort does. And some durability. But we're also pretty good with that already. Maybe some extra effort into dependability. 257. Yeah, so this can stay low. This is still a better lever. Maybe some. We actually have material quality. So that we have 4 stars in dependability. Can we get some extra comfort? Yes, we can. Not too difficult. Everything else can stay as it is. So we have improved a number of things. 8 months is probably fair, because I don't think we'll be able to make an engine in 7. 9 months, 1 million. 8 months to 1.2. That's cool. Yeah, we won't have an issue with the engine. So that's our new long platform. How much would the unibody be better? Quite a bit. But the main jump is in performance. And I'm keeping the ladder frame simply because it's mainly a workhorse platform, with the exception of the full-size sedan. So let's build it, and it's our first ladder frame. I still at the 5, because it's our 5th long wheelbase ladder frame, just on a longer wheelbase now. So engine, we have our target figures from the news articles. I'd like to have it fit in the... No, we are still making the medium wheelbase. This is great. So torque. What was the... Can check what was the old torque that was barely acceptable. 165. So we should have more than that. Of course, that engine was twice revamped. So what we still need is a bit more displacement. 2.5 liter. Workhorse engine. Make it real 2.5 liter. 155 is what we can get. 158 with less fuel economy. So revs, I think power is good. So we can keep it under 100. So to have... how much can we get torque through material quality, technology, component quality, performance focus? Performance focus does something. 161. And I think cost isn't that much of an issue, actually. Although we can still keep it reasonable. Dependability, I think, is good. So 159. Still less than the old well revamped engine. Which is not that much of a problem, since we're going to get much more torque in the first revamp, and for the full-size sedan we're probably going to be very, very fine with this. So then we can keep it 90 horsepower for the full size. Let's just check what happens. I'll put this under the new chassis and use the old gearbox. So that looks fine. So 150. And some more power. 165, yeah, that doesn't really change as much. So 90 horsepower. The other option, of course, would be inline 6. How much of a difference would that make? So 2.5 liter inline 6. That brings out the torque, and I think that also brings out the torque we need. The downside is this is a fair amount cheaper, a fair amount more expensive. But I can reduce the maximum torque a little bit, because this starts to be extremely expensive up here. And make it not that high revving. It's also smoother. Still fits. Hopefully. No, this actually wouldn't fit. What's the problem? So engine length is the problem. Yeah, that's a bit annoying. Should have thought about that and built the engine around it. So this fits. Inline 6, 176 horsepower, and more smoothness for 328, so let's save that. So 96, 176, 13.5, that's the inline 6 for 328. And this would have 12-ish fuel consumption. Or the inline 4, 2.5 liter. where we have to. This is, yeah, it's pretty much cheaper. Some extra performance, maximum torque, some more revs. 306. Actually, it's not that much cheaper, especially since we're getting here into this realm. So fuel consumption is actually worse, effectively, because we're running it more at the limit. So okay, inline 6 seems to be the better deal. Okay, we can make it a bit narrower, but that doesn't really affect things. Not built, summary, save, inline 4, 95, 159, 14.2, 301. I think the other one was so we get about 20 more torque, better fuel economy for $20 more, for $30 more. I think it makes sense to produce the inline 6, because then we're easier reach in terms of also future army contracts. So that seems to be what the pickup truck wants, and we're also getting a slight boost for the full-size sedan in terms of smoothness. So, and maybe we can. No, we can't really reduce stuff anymore. Dependability is bad enough in air quotes. So 95. So 170 torque 315. 176 torque 235. Full-size sedan. I think this is what we're going to be going for. First inline 6. Barely fits, but barely is fine. So, how much do we use it for? 8 months? Can we do it in 8? Yes, 1.7 million, that's good. We're going to be using it quite a bit. And then let's design an automatic gearbox for it. Two-speed was probably, let's see whether 2 or 3-speed makes any difference. Let's make it 2-speed with overdrive, just because. So it fits our new inline 6 on this chassis with the inline 6. Top speed 137 to 47. Something is optimal. So that's less optimal. This is all optimal. So top speed. This is slower. So 149.53. This is still better. 62. 150. 63. And as soon as I reduce this, how about Ute? Yeah, that's also optimal. And pickup truck, although they won't get the automatic, but it's still fine. So this is full-size sedan, and does the Ute have the automatic? I think it does. Yes. So then and then we can design a new manual for the pickup truck. Because I have to. Reliability is sort of bad due to the Does the overdrive do anything for the full-size sedan? 9.2 and 31.8. So the overdrive does fuel consumption. No. I wonder whether this is just the estimation. Let's find out. And also 8 months. 214. So it's the A 2-speed automatic overdrive for the 2.5 liter inline 6. And that shall be our new platform. And how the reconditioning turned out, how the new sedan will turn out, and how everything will turn out will then be covered in the next episode. So see you then.